He might not be a household name, but he should be.
It's the best skill to have.
Jeremy Ausmus is #1 on the PokerGO Tour, and he's at another final table. Is this the start of a Poker Masters run? Jeremy Ausmus, remember the name.
What? All right, here we are inside the PokerGO Studio. Justin Zaki leading the way. Tons of players battling it out late last night to secure a spot at this final table. Zaki from Tampa, Florida, always repping the hometown here inside the studio. My name is Rinkema. Donnie Peters alongside me as we look at the race for the jacket. Jeremy Becker on top after that win yesterday. It was a hard-fought win. Has quite a lead over Spencer Chandler, who is second on that list. We'll have tons of movers and shakers today as the race for the Purple Jacket continues here on YouTube and on PokerGO.
Hey, it was fun.
Jeff Platt and Brent Hanks will be on the call on PokerGO for the duration of this final table.
44 and
We'll be doing a 1-hour preview of
Come on, you got for $44?
And as Jeff said at the start of the
But
show,
you gave him a $50 voucher.
in
You're
my
sick.
heart, a household name, perhaps not to
Is that
those
a
that
money
follow
jump?
poker
The
principles,
6-7
but
got
is
money
indeed
jump or
the
thing?
leader
No jumps.
on the
Was that
PGT
my money you
standings.
said?
No money
And
That
jump?
money I
Lin
gave you?
You sure?
Making
That
a
why you
run
said
I think
here
it jumped,
as
right?
well.
Thank
in
you.
the race for the Purple Jacket.
10K I
Lots of
folded
entertainment
money
at
jump
yesterday's
first.
feature table, which also included Kristen Fox and Daniel Negron. We
Was
went
I wanna
until
win that?
very late last night.
Ridiculous.
So if you want
I got
to
enough,
go back and
windows.
watch that,
It's
we
good
have
size
that
for
on
me and then my favorite
PokerGO.com
color.
as Michael Brinkenhoff
It's your
burst the
favorite color?
bubble last night by
You
busting
don't
Bill
need it.
Klein.
That actually looks like
Then had a
You
very
don't need it. You got too
strong
many.
run, putting him in this position here to perhaps capitalize and win.
That'd
the
be
event
awesome
of
if Cary
Poker
won
Masters.
that, and instead of this, his patented black
200
every day, he won
Very
the
first
purple
hands.
jacket when he
We're
played.
going to see some blood. Justin
That'd
Zaki
be
with
really
ace in
good.
the big blind.
I would
Three
really
bet.
enjoy that.
Livschitz
Oh,
happy
yes.
to give this up.
Brandon Adams loves that.
Should show it.
Colors
Yeah.
too.
Should always
Yeah,
show
but
it.
it's
Might be
just
his
first
favorite
hand.
series of the year.
You
I
know,
would think.
Bet
not going to be that
calculator on you.
consequential.
Yeah.
People in the chat, please let us know where you're watching from. Hope you all are enjoying
No, I
a
remember he was
wonderful
wearing
Friday
purple every day during this
afternoon,
one time.
evening,
Brandon, a
Friday
couple
night.
years
Who
ago.
knows?
He's
Depends on
probably
where
got
you
his
are, of course.
Taylor
Can I get a?
matching paint swatches.
Can I get a?
$37,000
TV also?
guaranteed for
I mean, there's a reason
final
Brent
seven.
calls him Captain Lavender. Oh, thank you.
Cary Katz also at the final table. Donnie, Cary had perhaps a bit of frustration showing.
Oh, in. No snap call, please. One yes.
Bits never get old.
First shove of the
Yeah,
day
I know.
on the
It's
second
actually bizarre.
hand.
No, I know.
Ren
It's
Lin, the
actually-
short
it's-
stack.
it's-
Dude, he
You
could
guys
be,
got
very
butterflies
impressive.
in your
so
stuff?
he could be doing this shit 10 years from now, still be laughing.
Wait, Choya, don't gamble too
I've
much.
said that many times.
What do you mean?
I think he will.
Don't gamble too much. Small gamble.
You
Okay.
should see him play PLO. Way more
Super
exciting.
fast, but it's always
Go for,
fun
go for, go for.
somehow.
I am my friend.
So far,
Tank
he's
call.
gotten through
Don't
everyone.
snap a call. Tank and a call. I'll take it. Long time behind. Jeremy.
Snap call.
I snap a
wow.
call. Ace king,
Snap
please.
call that Lin did not
Wow, you
want.
gamble so much.
Yeah, I like to gamble.
What did
Ren Lin's tournament life
Jeremy
on the
has
line
overcard.
here.
King and a
425K.
queen.
He is the short
King
stack
high, no
at
future.
this final table, so
Wait,
that
wait,
double
but
up
Lady
much
Gaga.
needed
No,
for
no.
him.
Huh? You're not rooting for Lady Gaga?
Ren, the
baby
only
high.
player at this final table who can overtake Jeremy
would've read
Becker
6.
on the
I like it
series
2 side, 3
leaderboard,
side,
but he
4
would have
side.
to win. That would start here with a double up.
All right, let's see if Ren Lin can find a way to survive this one. And it's
just
7
like it.
deuce 10, 2 hearts on the flop.
You want some paint?
Lin's 6 is
sweat?
still in front.
3 side, 3 side, 3 side.
Ausmus, no stranger to drilling a big card here. Has been very successful this year. Still looking for his first victory. It's a king on the turn.
Yeah.
And that will surely end Ren
Maybe
Lin's
lucky
hopes of winning this event.
Highly
He
unlikely.
is looking for the lone 6 on the river here. Ren Lin gets up, hopes for that run good, doesn't come in. Deuce of diamonds
done
on the
after,
river,
something like
and
that.
Ren Lin,
Ah,
our
yeah,
first
yeah,
casualty
Ren,
at
good
this
game,
final
buddy.
table.
Give me your
On the
gamble too
second
much.
hand
I
of
know,
play,
Good game, bro.
we lose one of the most entertaining characters from this final table. 37,600 is Ren Lin's share.
If
That is
it
not what he
tomorrow
came
I'm
for.
too short, I don't want to come back a final table.
Donnie, he should have followed
Just
the heads
gamble
up.
first.
Yeah, I mean,
So I
I don't know if
can
he could have with, 7, 8 big blinds, but maybe after he would have got that double up, he could have.
Jeremy Ausmus, 6 World Series of Poker bracelets. Like we said, the leader on the PGT standings without a win. So would you say, Donnie, this matters even more to him?
Yeah, I mean, I think, well, he thinks, first of all, that I give him crap for not winning an event. It's really Jeff Platt. So he wants to be able to, throw it back in Jeff's face, I guess. All the doubters. I think even Tim Duckworth, our colleague, throws some shade at Jeremy. The guy's won more than $5 million this year. He's making his 19th cash on the PGT. He's increasing his lead on top of the leaderboard. Come on. The guy's a star.
125?
Stars win, though, Donnie.
Yes.
What did you start with?
I mean,
Like 1.5?
I'm just kidding.
Sure.
I love Jeremy. He's absolutely killing it. He is absolutely killing it. Victoria Livschitz gets involved here. King Jack offsuit, raising the 125,000. By the way, just to let you know, it's a 1 hour preview of the action. We'll send it over to Jeff and Brent at the end of this hour. Definitely changing the game as well.
Octopi Poker celebrating its first birthday. It launched during the last Poker Masters, so a bit of a celebration here for Victoria and the Octopi Poker team. Maybe she can close that out with a win. Buy a nice birthday cake, right? Put the logo on it.
I feel like Chewy should be here on site with some kind of birthday cake to celebrate this.
Well, he's here on site, but he's playing another tournament. But he should be waiting, just like holding the cake,
I can't put my headphones on because I'm hearing Jeff and Brent.
120?
too much of a hand right now for Collopy to give this up. 4-liner now on board. Let's see if Zaki wants to continue to represent here. Yesterday, as play winded down towards the end of day one, Zaki just continued to get the best of Jim Collopy in pretty much every single pot that they played. Comes with another bullet here. Gonna be hard for Collopy to continue. Zaki gets it through.
Zaki maintaining his chip lead here. 3.1 million. That's a nice bit of separation between him and the rest. Obviously, that allows him to apply more pressure, especially on the players to his direct left. Pay jumps, point jumps, all at stake here at the Poker Masters. Once again, apologies for some early audio troubles, but I hope you can all hear me just fine right now. Here's a look again at those chip counts. Victoria Livschitz, Donnie, in a bit of a tough situation. She is directly out of position against the biggest stack in the room.
Yeah, but she's healthy, so she can kind of just chill in a way. You know, she is, I mean, I guess as comfortably as you would be in second place, given the chip distribution here. Another premium here for Zaki. Just continues to pick up some hands. Couple of queens.
Collopy here with ace-4 offsuit in the small blind. His night last night was an absolute roller coaster as well. Got saved by the river, drilling a 9 against the Ram Zobian, which he needed because he had the worst top pair. And Brinkenhoff here in the big blind with ace-jack suited. Donnie, it looks as though he's reaching for a call, but this could spell trouble for him. King 8-8. Neither player will be excited about this. Zaki seeing an overcard. Brinkenhoff seeing a little connection with this board. Zaki just continuing for 60,000. How do you like this play by Brinkenhoff coming along here?
He's got backdoor clubs. Ace and a jack can both be good. He could just have the best hand as well, so I think it's fine right now.
And this is it. Zaki drills a full house. Brinkenhoff drawing dead, but perhaps thinking, I got a few more outs here. Drawn to Broadway. Little does he know that he needs to get the heck out of Dodge right now.
Open fold.
Open fold. Just give up. Zaki, of course, hoping Brinkenhoff has any piece of this. A king or an 8, of course, would be preferable.
Yeah, Zaki will probably come with another bet here. Can, of course, target kings. In a perfect world, your opponent would have an 8 that he thinks he's slow playing here. A lot of the ace highs that'll call you probably pick up some sort of straight draw here, like Brinkenhoff has, ace jack, ace 10s. Zaki does come with 210,000.
Doesn't look like Brinkenhoff wants to go anywhere.
Non-believer.
Really enjoying the sight of that ace-jack of clubs on this texture.
Well, he's going to need to fade a 10.
Oh, my God. A 10 would be the end for Brinkenhoff, I'm pretty sure about. River card is the deuce of clubs, so Brinkenhoff, in a way, saved by not improving.
Yeah, but that deuce doesn't change anything on this board, so, you know, there might be some thought for Brinkenhoff that if he feels he was good enough to call the turn, Maybe he's good enough to call a bet here on the river, and that can ultimately get him in some trouble. The other side of that is, you know, if your opponent's going 3 streets here, maybe he just has value, and I should fold now.
Zaki, of course, never in a million years thinks that Brinkenhoff is as light as he is. He's probably thinking he's trying to extract value from a king or an 8, Donnie. Or maybe, I don't know, can I throw 9s and 10s in the mix there? Perhaps, you know, he'll be looking at hands like that.
Yeah. 7s, you know, 6s, stuff like that. This is chunky here. Looks like right around full pot. There's 870 out there.
Would this mean that Zaki assumes that Brinkenhoff will often have a king or an 8, like a strong holding that he's had a hard time folding?
Yeah, I think he gives him, you know, some strength relative. You know, what's he check calling me down? There's no flush draw out there. There's no straight. I mean, there's a straight draw on the turn, but you know.
Guess you didn't hear me.
He's willing to come 2 streets. He's got to have something somewhat legitimate.
All right, much love to everyone in the chat hanging out with us. I see you in there, Brooke. We got Zai Keps watching from South Africa. Dr. Phil's in the house.
See bluff a lot?
Please diagnose whatever's ailing me, sir. Zaki, as you can see on the screen, 5.6 million in career tournament earnings.
A lot of hands together.
Played on the main feature table all night last night. Duked it out with Negreanu. Went from short stack to chip leader over the course of the night.
How many hats do you think Justin Zaki brings to Vegas?
I don't know how many, but I know they all say Tampa in some way.
I mean, he's had a new one every single day.
Yeah,
so
he's
far,
got the.
so he's brought at least 4.
I mean, Marcel Lusk used to bring a new suit for each day of the main event. Maybe Justin Zaki is doing that with his hats.
We should ask him to bring them all one day. If he has that many hats,
little photo shoot,
and they're nice hats, they're always in very good condition. He probably has a special hat case that he travels with. So, you know,
wow,
he should just bring this. We'll lay it all out, do a photo op.
I just want to point out that Brinkenhoff and Katz both back in uniform. As always, Brinkenhoff rapping Colorado. And Katz, of course, with the PokerGO swag. Victoria Livschitz changed it up for today. Wearing a hat representing Octopi, and she moves all in here with pocket 9s. That's going to get through here. Collopy letting go of the 10-9 suited.
Your hat says Super Bowl Las Vegas? Wow.
All right, here's a look at our biggest promotion we probably have ever had. Win a Gold Pass and play in the NAPT Las Vegas main event. If you are an annual subscriber, you will have a chance to win. Use promo code MastersGold to sign up right now. Take $20 off your first year of an annual subscription, and you're automatically in our raffle giveaway. So once again, MastersGold. Take the $20 discount. Get the annual sub. Watch, by the way, new seasons of High Stakes Poker and No Gamble, No Future.
San Diego, right?
Got tons and tons of new content out there.
I was still in high school.
Make sure you don't miss out.
Would have been nice to go, though.
Oh, yeah, that's when I lived in San Diego.
Ausmus going to get involved.
What a blowout that game was. That was a fucking. They destroyed. But they had like multiple pick 6s, I think.
Ausmus probably thinking to himself,
Jerry Rice scored a touchdown.
anytime Zaki is not involved, I might as well try to stay ahead of things. Under the gun, of course, the first chance he gets.
10 seconds.
Zaki defends from the big blind with ace-6 offsuit. And we got 10 queen 9 on the flop. Ausmus will be he'll be positive about this one. Picks up a pair. Got a inside straight draw as well as backdoor spades open to him. What kind of range, Donnie, does Ausmus assign to Zaki in spots like this?
I mean, Zaki can be pretty wide here. I mean, he's calling out of the big blind. He's got a good price. Obviously has the chips to come in. So I think Ausmus has enough of this flop. Also with that that backdoor equity that he's just going to continue here. If he happens to get check raised, I mean, obviously we can see that he doesn't. He could continue too with that hand, so fine to bet it. Nothing there, though, of course, for Zaki, so he's just out of the way.
Look at that stat there. 13 PGT final tables for Ausmus till today. We've seen David Coleman, Jesse Lonis, Negreanu, and Zobian all active here at the Poker Masters so far. Wouldn't be surprised to see them add more final tables to their resume. And you can follow along with live reporting on PGT.com as we cover every single event from start to finish.
It was more, all the tables. Was it not all the tables? Maybe it was not all the tables yesterday. Almost.
Shout out Jimmy Bluffett, one of our trusted mods in the chat. Thank you for hanging out.
40 or something.
What's that?
Started with like almost 40, I think. Maybe not.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I got 6 tables.
Oh, they have that table. I didn't know that table was going. Okay. Maybe they had one more yesterday.
Event number 4 now underway. We are streaming on a 1 hour delay.
Walk.
That event kicked off at 12. Funny story, Donnie. I ran into an old friend of mine at Aria yesterday. I was on my way to the patisserie to get myself a palmier and a cup of coffee. All of a sudden, I saw Johan Rensink. Dutch poker players might remember the name. We chatted for a bit. He knew that I worked for PokerGO, but he had never seen the studio. So I took him and his friends over to see the studio. He said, "This looks cool. I want to play." And 20 minutes later, he sat down playing the 10K. I told our photographers, please snap some photos of him. He busted around 7 or 8 p.m. I sent him the pictures, and he said, well worth it. So pretty cool that fans of the game, poker players, old school and new school, all love playing here at the studio, and it was pretty random having him in the mix during yesterday's proceedings.
Pay the bills.
True.
Livschitz raising up with ace-queen offsuit.
Kind of.
Pay down debt.
Pay down debt. So that money, that 100 I gave you yesterday, I might get half back or something today.
Inflation's just out of control these days.
Here's a look at our tournament update presented by Mescla. Check them out on eatmescla.com. 94 entries, 6 players remain. Average stack currently 32 big blinds. 244,000 up top, as well as a slew of points in the race for the jacket. Donnie, right now as Event 4 gets underway, we're starting to get a more clear picture of who is really contending. 2 names really stand out to me so far. The players who have made multiple final tables in this event. In this series so far. As I'm trying to pull up the standings here to go through the players.
Nick Seward.
Nick Seward, yeah, I'm blanking on the name here. Nick Seward.
Spencer Champlin.
And Spencer Champlin. Seward got a min cash yesterday to add to his resume. Champlin is also up there on the standings. Of course, both chasing Jeremy Becker, but both those guys are within striking distance with 3 and 2 cashes, respectively.
10 seconds.
Becker now.
The trick with Becker is that you have to cash twice.
Oh, okay, yeah.
In order to be eligible. So
right.
He is on top. I mean, it'll likely change, of course. There are 244 points up for grabs in this event. But yeah, Becker will need to find a second in the money finish. As will everyone. You have to have 2 cashes in order to be eligible to win the purple jacket, the 25K PGT passport bonus, and this year, thanks to the PokerStars NAPT, a $10,000 gold pass going to the Poker Masters champion. Yeah, Seward has 3 cashes. Champlin has 2. Dylan Lindy also has 2. Ren Lin also has 2. We obviously saw him bust earlier today. Chris Hunikin, David Coleman, Vladis Tomasauskis also have 2 cashes.
Collopy here versus Ausmus on a paired board. Collopy decides to check again. Ausmus with ace high, Donnie, in spots like this. Is he often thinking that, I might be ahead here? No real reason to get creative, get out of line?
Yeah, I think it's fine to just check back. He's going to be ahead so very often. Now maybe here pairing the 8, maybe he tries to get some additional value on the end. Let's see what Collopy decides to do. If Collopy checks, I would guess, you know, that's just waving the white flag, surrendering. Wouldn't expect any continuing after that. But he could take a stab here. He's going to check.
Ausmus making a pair of 8s on the river. He's going to try to get some value out of those.
Yeah, maybe get called by some sort of 3 or deuce. Maybe some high cards. Maybe your opponent hit an 8 himself, but you got that ace kicker, so you're good there. Nothing there, though, for Collopy, so he just gives it up. Ausmus takes it.
All right, for those people catching us on YouTube right now, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have daily content posted on the channel, so don't miss out on that. Let's get this thing up to 100 likes. Here's a look at the aforementioned PGT leaderboard of 2024, and there it is, Ausmus on top, 18 cashes, 5.1 million in earnings. Jonathan Tamayo, the main event champ, is also up there. Of course, he'll start dropping if he doesn't start playing more events in the latter half of 2024. But, Donnie, it is safe to assume that Tamayo will be in the championship.
Yeah, I think he has enough points locked up. Now it's just those points equal how many starting chips you enter the championship with. So does he want to improve his standing? Are we going to see him at any events? Maybe we see him at the upcoming North American Poker Tour Las Vegas series, right? Maybe he'll be out here for that in early November. 2 of those events, a 25K Super High Roller and a 10K High Roller, are both PGT qualifying events. A couple of Remko's favorites here. Ace King, because he loves the drawing hand, and he loves when players have the same hand.
This is how you can tell who the best player is, Donnie. Give them all the same cards. Let's see if they can duke it out for the win somehow. By the way, Brinkenhoff in the big line with 8s. Perhaps a little tingle, a little temptation, but ultimately he'll probably realize that this might not be the way forward. And look at how close these stacks are, because Cary Katz, of course, with Ace-King not going to go anywhere. And we're looking at a potential chop, but both players basically with their tournament life on the line.
1 flush draw versus 2.
Collopy with the classic 7% chance for Collopy to win. Of course, a little better chance of making a flush for him. Katz looking to see a red flop to get himself out of any potential trouble here. All right, here it comes. Is it going to get exciting? It is not.
Oh, God.
Well, there's 2 diamonds.
I mean, now we have to go runner.
Hey, there's a chance.
Katz is excited. Okay.
There, he's got 5%. Collopy is 0. Okay. There's a
true.
chance.
That is true. I was just staring at clubs, and that club on the turn will seal it. We'll chop this one up.
Oh, Brinkenhoff with a 1. Look at that.
Oh my God! Imagine 3-way all in, reducing the field.
Tough way to pick up half a big.
Chips in play on screen. In the background there,
It's a big.
the blue
big.
5Ks and
Okay,
the purple 25Ks.
All right.
We'll have the yellow 100Ks in play later at this final table. Those are my favorite chips. Just want to put that out there.
I like the risk reward on that one.
Yeah. It's a lot to risk for 1 big.
If you're just tuning in, we lost Ren Lin in 7th place. 6-handed here for the title. $244,000 up top. And, of course, this is part of a series. So whenever these players get eliminated, they will jump straight into the next event. Make sure you watch this entire final table on PokerGO, as Jeff Platt and Brent Hanks are going to be on commentary. They're actually on commentary right now, but we love if you guys hang out with us for the first hour and then move over. If you have questions for us in the chat, please send them in. Let's take this thing to 100 likes on YouTube.
But it takes.
As Collopy on the button finds
catch you
ace-9
guard
off.
sometimes, though.
We got to get shufflers at all the tables. It saves so much time.
They used to have them, right?
I don't understand why. Paul and I battle on this all the time.
He said it was because, I don't know, he had some reason. Logistically, it doesn't work or something.
They're expensive and they break down. That's
Collopy
probably the real reason.
from Washington, D.C. Spent a lot of his time in Southern California. 3-time bracelet winner. Has 1 title from 2023. And Donnie, what sort of stands out to me the most about Mr. Big Queso was the heartbreak when he just barely missed out on making the championship last year. He was sitting at the bar, drinking a glass of wine, and I think there was a sequence of eliminations he needed in the final event to secure his spot, and I believe he got bumped by just 1 player to miss out on the $1 million free roll.
Yeah, just hanging around here, hoping to get in a chance at that $1 million free roll, but fell just short. But hey, it's another year, it's another season. A couple of queens here for the founder of Pocket Queens, Victoria Livschitz.
Collopy, by the way, 29th right now on the leaderboard.
200.
Probably keenly aware of the urgency of gathering points.
See John Reardon's the cameraman today.
Yeah, he's got a good spot. You know, he's obviously going to pick up some additional points with this run here, and then we'll see how the rest of the series goes. But I would say at this point, you know, maybe compared to last year a little differently, he's a favorite to make it into the top
Remember
40.
the day there was 2 canvases? It was
650.
like during the PKO, the first PKO.
Look at this.
Re-raise
Yeah,
from
Livschitz.
Livschitz.
Come
Love
on.
it.
Back over the top.
Same, it was
Pressure on Zaki.
Actually, maybe I do remember.
I think he gets the message here, Donnie.
I think I know who you're talking about.
650.
Just a bit of posturing here, Donnie, or does Zaki actually have a decision to make?
I mean, I don't think he has a decision necessarily. It's more about having some evil thoughts, right? I mean, I think you ultimately just put this one in the muck. I don't think Victoria, given where she is in chips,
Walked
especially
right
in
into that
relation
one.
to you, she's firmly in second. You're the chip leader. I don't think she's going to be really getting out of line here and jeopardize her position.
He's a pleasure. Shit.
But do you want to get crazy? You know?
3
You got the angel on one shoulder
Right.
telling you to fold. You got the devil on the other shoulder saying, like, just stuff it. No, Zaki finds the right fold there.
Here's a tournament summary presented by StormX. Legrand, who busted in 9th last night.
10K in the small blind.
He had some
You and
chances.
Jim go way back to the live grind you're saying, right?
I mean, we just started talking to each other more last few years, right?
Yeah, I've been avoiding him for a while now.
But you, I guess you played online a lot? Or, I mean, you've been playing live for a long time, right? And so have you.
Yeah, but when we started like talking more like a couple years ago. Too.
Yeah, more hanging here. I mean, the hours we have here.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, both of you guys, we've all encountered each other like 15 years ago
Yeah.
at the Venetian and so.
How old are you?
35.
Well, maybe not 15 years
Maybe
ago.
14
then.
for him.
14 years ago, yeah.
9-8 suited here for Collopy.
Yeah, I have
He's out of the way.
been playing for a minute.
Shout out
But just start playing
Sam
college
Simmons
and
in the
then
chat.
quit.
I'm just going to assume
No,
it's the
I-
real Sam Simmons.
Quit college. Went to
Tuning
grad
in, of
school
course, to
after
watch
college.
Huh?
Cary
grad
battle
school.
here at the
Okay.
final table.
Yours.
I got my master's during the pandemic.
Haven't you heard the big words he uses?
200.
Yeah.
Where'd you go to school?
San Diego. I was at UCSD
Okay.
doing
My son-
international
my son went
affairs. Oh yeah, nice.
Might have seen him. He's younger than you.
I mean, what do you study?
Business.
Business. Yeah, I chose a program that didn't require the GMATs, and then it asked that you had 5 years of living and working abroad to qualify for, I guess, the Master's of Advanced Studies program, which was, I guess, faster with less prereqs.
Well, was it a good investment?
Yeah,
That education.
it rounded me out as a person.
It's fun, Donnie, to look at the standings on
Didn't end up in a lot of
pgcom/leaderboard.
student loan debt. You know, those middlemen,
Yeah,
they,
I don't want that.
they're getting some pretty hefty margins there.
That's that business is run completely by the federal government now.
stewards of our best interests.
Yes.
Just wanted to point out there that Collopy in 29th place is just behind a few players that I'm going to assume won't play that many events in the rest of the year. Malo Latinois from France, Eli Nakachi,
I waited until
Andres Gonzalez, Boris Angelov, Jason Sagel, Victor Blom, Nicholas Osted. So jumping ahead of those players gives him a lot more security because you don't really have to worry about who's behind you. Those players have to do their own bidding. Interesting race for the top 40. We'll carry on all throughout the end of the year.
Who wants critical thinkers anyway?
Katz flops a flush draw here. Goes check, check to the turn. There's that spade. Giving Katz a flush. Probably figures this is a good card for him too, with it being an ace. Victoria can have a lot of aces that she just checks back on the flop. But another quick check, check here. Jack on the river. Let's see if Cary wants to try and find some value, or if he tries to just check and induce a bluff from Livschitz.
We can ask Paul if it's up.
I'm assuming it's gonna get like 90, and then tomorrow I'll probably get like 84.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Does that count right for the?
Probably less.
75K.
I think it's. What did we get yesterday?
We gotta pump those numbers up.
94 and 100 the day before.
No fold yet from the king high.
I fold.
There's the fold.
Stacks still
Supposed to
so
have 8?
close together.
Could
Could go any which way here at this final table.
I could have nothing.
Do you have a hand?
Yeah.
I thought so.
He didn't start with a hand, but
Must have like 8s.
Huh?
Must have like 8s or 6s.
Well, it wasn't anything that I would call 75.
Yeah.
Blinds up 40K, 80K with the 80K big one ante.
Are those stacks?
1.2 on the bottom. Those are 40s.
Not including that?
Bottom.
There you go, Jeremy.
1, 2 plus that. Makes it easy.
1, 2 plus that. Yeah, it makes it real easy. It's a piece of cake.
All right, here, I'll give you a count. 1, 3. It's about 1, 5.
Thanks.
We've seen a variety of dynamics, Donnie, these first couple of final tables. Yesterday, it took a very long time to conclude. Battle swayed in every which direction. How do you see this one playing out?
Yeah, better start gambling.
I think it's going to be much like this for quite a while. We're going to be 5 or 6 handed for, I'll say, another hour to 2. I mean, I think these players, they have playable stacks, not super, super deep, but deep enough, and their styles, I don't think everyone's just like willing to just get the money in. You also don't really see Zaki, really pushing the action as the chip leader. I mean, he's been active, yes, of course, but
I mean, it's such a easy flight from Florida to the Bahamas.
Yeah.
I could literally
You gotta go.
I think people will stick around for a little while.
Hotel in like
Cary will probably make it to 3-handed. Ausmus, I mean, we know how he is. He'll probably get heads up somehow, some way.
It's so drawn out, that schedule.
Yeah.
You could be there for like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Couple of 6 highs here.
2 weeks, I guess.
Blind versus
I was
blind,
thinking
Katz
about it.
versus
I'd probably just
Collopy.
fly in like one.
The name of the game
underbetting.
so
Push
far
4 flights in 25
has
days,
been
maybe?
No
blind
special
battles.
privileges.
I didn't
Maybe fly in,
think
maybe
you
one
could call
seat.
60.
It's still not
So
60.
You could rebuy once a day.
That's half
You could rebuy.
bad.
I gotta look at
I'm living
structure.
in the
I don't know.
past.
I assume they'll allow unlimited.
No, it's one per.
You couldn't call half a big.
I'm sorry, it's 2 per day. So it's 1 re-entry a day.
Oh, really?
Pretty sure.
Sorry about that.
I figured.
Still 6-handed here. If you want to get your chance at a big win in Las Vegas, go and try out the PokerStars NAPT, which comes to Resorts World November 1st through the 10th. 5K buy-in main event with a $3 million guaranteed. Mystery bounties, NAPT Cup, and 2 big high rollers are some of the headliners here on the schedule. The Poker Masters is brought to you by the
What else you
NAPT,
gonna do?
so go check them out. And if you're an annual subscriber to PokerGo, you're also eligible for our giveaway for a chance to win a gold pass, which will get you in the mix playing the main event.
Way to think
Yeah, and if you're watching and you're from Michigan, Pennsylvania, or New Jersey, I would encourage you to check out the PokerStars lobby in your region because PokerStars is going to be running plenty of qualifiers to NAPT Las Vegas. Get in there, win yourself a seat, a package, whatever they're offering. Maybe some more gold passes up for grabs that way. I highly encourage you all to check it out. Again, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania here in the States.
Doesn't make sense to come for the weekend.
It's a tough flight from Vegas. It's nothing direct.
Yep. Yeah, Darren from New Jersey there.
You know what you'll like about NAPT Las Vegas? You didn't go last year, right?
I did not know.
You're gonna walk in and be like, this feels like an EPT.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's 100%.
Do they bring the EPT dealers? Or mostly local?
Believe it was mostly local, but all were very good. All the, you know, they got like the best, not necessarily local, but like, you know, the people that travel around that are very good. A lot of the good dealers from over at the WSB, that sort of stuff. But a lot of the people from like the EPT and stuff were there. You know, like a lot of the PokerStars staff, whatnot.
Like that weekend.
Obviously, James and Stapes were there.
Oh, wow.
A lot of the production staff, etc.
Yeah, it's a bit of a throwback. I've been covering the EPT since 2008. Prague was my first venture on tour.
We're in
I don't remember my first. It might have been London.
I was going to say London,
Might
right?
have been London.
3 months.
09? Wait.
What was it last year? It was a 40 million guarantee.
I just remember the first time that I was in London. Benny Spindler made the final table.
It was 09.
And that's when
Bahamas main was a
I
15
discovered
million
Mustafa
guarantee,
Kanik.
But then the total prize
I was
tag
probably
less
the
than
first person to
guarantee
like
because that
write
guarantee
a
was
hand
before
about
the
it.
rake.
You want
I'm
to?
pretty sure he pulled
They
some
have
big
fine
bluff.
asterisks this year. That makes
The
I remember exactly. He was
I
sitting
think
in the
it's
5
a-
seat. I remember exactly where I was in the
I'm
room.
glad they're breaking it down for me. I'm gonna stand by my position.
The deal that was made, Donnie, in that event was made on my computer. They
Has anyone got a laptop?
They used my computer to run the
New
ICM.
stables too.
Isn't that the one where they brought out Doyle Brunson?
You choose. You can be.
Yeah, I believe
to
so.
play? Yeah.
You could be in the
So,
Cove?
yeah.
Yeah.
If,
Yeah, that
if
was-
you bring your family,
Royal.
I
That
think
was a
Cove
fun
is
stop.
probably
like
the
the
I
best.
mean, all the EPTs are fun
Nice
stops.
It's just so far from the poker room.
Cove's far. I stayed in Royal last year and it was nice.
You can
He
get a
just had
suite as well
Barcelona.
for
Had
comp.
1,900
If you don't have your
something
family,
entries,
Royal might be the
massive.
play
Steven
if you
Song
find
won it all. Of course, the big field crusher that he is.
You know they're gonna extend that shit though. To like a deadline, whatever, September 30th. They'll extend it.
Probably.
If they don't have enough people, they might.
Are there any parlay promo whispers?
No, they have the free roll, like $1 million free roll.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It's
Oh yeah,
towards
that's
the end.
also if you put it. Yeah,
Yeah, you get that.
But if you were, you'd have to be there the whole time, like to play that. That's like at the end, right?
It's at the end.
Yeah.
But you could go and fly back for it.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I don't know how much value it's going to. If it's 500 people, it's you know, if you're average.
What is the Bahamas schedule?
Big. They got a couple big. I mean, they got a.
You're not going? They have 50 KPLO, 100 KPLO,
Oh, sorry.
100K Triton.
Sorry.
50.
Here's a look at our latest chip counts presented by Octopi Poker. 94 entries, 14 cashed, and Jim Collopy currently the shortest stack at this final table. Brinkenhoff pretty close to him as Katz and Ausmus have created a little bit of separation here. Justin Zaki still on top. If you're catching us on YouTube right now, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel. This is a 1-hour preview of the action. You can watch the full final table on PokerGO.com.
No, I'm gonna stay and play win.
What are you excited about? So, tell me. I want to know.
Seeing my family.
Seeing your family?
Yeah, I'm going to Colorado on Wednesday or Thursday.
All your family lives in?
No, but that's where the nieces are, so that's where we're.
Oh, nice.
Is everyone here from Colorado?
What a guy.
I would like to
Golf
be
in
from
my near
Colorado.
future.
That's where you're from, right?
Yeah.
My wife and I often talk about if we didn't live in Vegas, where would we want to live? And I feel like Colorado comes up the most.
It's weird. There's no 25 PLO. Like last year they had a 10 and a 25 and nothing higher, and then this time there's a 10, no 25, but
Yeah,
a 50 and a
25
100.
is the sweet spot. They should really have a 25.
Yeah.
That's where you want it. There should be a 25 and a 50 probably or something.
Here comes Brinkenhoff.
It's sort of
with
like a
a
mini Triton is what they're
Pile
kind
of chips
branding
pushed forward
this
as a
tournament
raise.
Yeah,
as.
it's just like a high roller series.
Makes it 160 with ace king of hearts.
Accessible for us junior high rollers over here.
Junior high rollers. I like that. Brinkenhoff with such a pretty hand. Zaki looks like he's going to defend.
Yeah, Zaki's in there. Getting a good price, decent hand. Could bust his opponent as well.
Yeah, so funny.
It's a good way to start.
Oh,
Top
wow.
pair.
Queen Jack 3 rainbow. Brinkenhoff Broadway draw. Backdoor hearts. Overcards. However, Zaki now mathematically in the lead.
And it was GG. They're all like, they're not coordinating, I guess, but
200.
They got you? You went?
yeah.
200 from Brinkenhoff.
I mean, I had that.
Now, how do we
I had
play
all the
this?
parlay bonus.
Parlay.
Being
I almost got the big
Zaki,
one.
do
You
we
have the bracelet one live because you want to.
let
And
Brinkenhoff
I
do
was
the betting?
three-handed
Do we want to
against
get it in
the guy
now
with
to
less than a blind
realize
and
some
a half.
equity?
Three-handed.
Are we worried about
Who ended up
better
beating me
queens?
heads up to take the 100 out of my.
I mean, yeah, he can have better queens, yes. He can also have, you know,
Resulting in my
overpairs, aces,
exact
and
bubbling
kings.
of the
But
PGT leaderboard too.
Serious?
So I
There's the
direct
jam.
bubbled the 100 double bracelet parlay to also get 40.
he called?
first.
Oh, he snapped it off.
And the-
Wow.
Here we go.
Brinkenhoff's tournament
And I was
life
like,
on the
yeah,
line.
You had time to get,
Overcards, Broadway, backdoor
I-
hearts.
I was in 37.
But he's going to need to hit in order to survive, as Justin Zaki's pair of queens
And
is
then-
well
and
out
then-
in front here.
So if you would have won that, you would have been in the free roll also, which is like 20K, 25K equity. Oh my God.
And Seidel's talking about how great the
Zaki
stuff is
smiling,
from the bag. He's
knows
like,
that this is a
right
big
after, he's
flip.
like, oh yeah, the stuff we got.
He's
I
60%
didn't get it.
Oh, yeah, he just sees you in
to
here every day.
receive
like,
an
obviously
even
you got
bigger
it.
chip lead
Yeah.
at this stage of the tournament.
What's in the bag?
I don't even
PGT
remember.
bag?
I don't remember.
Turn card coming.
There was more of the.
Ooh, the 6 of hearts, adding some spice to this one. 17 outs now for Brinkenhoff. You can see him at the top of your screen. It is still 60-40
Too many
with
outs.
one card to come.
You would have won if a heart didn't peel on turn.
River card.
Oh,
It's an ace. And Brinkenhoff receives a massive double up to 2.8 million. He is our new chip leader, and Justin Zaki now among the middle of the pack.
Big O.
Omaha 8 or better limit.
Wow.
It was one of the earlier 1500s, the World Series.
You won the 1508.
Well
It's
done.
like a 5-hour heads up. It's not a game that lends itself to quick
Cards
finishes.
played
And I was so like, I was a little
I'm
apathetic.
scared to call
Zaki
him.
with a wry smile.
Like, oh, it's a good score, whatever,
Brinkenhoff,
But, like, 5
pleased
hours in, I'm like,
to
I'm
get
not
the
losing
good
this
river
to
for
this
him.
guy. Yeah, I was so emotionally invested, like that deep.
1 point.
Now if I'm heads up and high-low split limit, just,
Yeah,
Listen.
I played a fair amount on WSOP of that.
remember there was the table with no rake?
Yeah, I played that guy. Depth search.
Hard to see how much you're playing.
1.7.
1.7?
Brinkenhoff now in the lead. Here's a look at our streaming schedule for the remainder of the Poker Masters. All streams start at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And keep in mind, though, these are the final table coverage streams. Donnie and I are doing bonus coverage every night, starting out on YouTube at 7:30 p.m. Pacific. Keep an eye on PokerGO.com/schedule. We'll also be live there as well.
Please.
Bonus boys.
Bonus boys are in action.
And then we get that
Apparently
little
they're gonna have
bodega.
some lounge or VIP, like a lounge where there's food all day now.
Really?
Yeah,
The last
that was in the thing.
Okay.
Or that was somewhere.
thing they
For lunch and dinner.
advertised, it was just you were there, right? Yeah, remember that buffet they had right beside? That was
Yeah.
They weren't making any of that food. They were uncanning it and pouring it out.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it wasn't great
It
at
was
all.
calories.
It wasn't good. It was food. Yeah. It wasn't.
Cary Katz
terrible.
under the gun. Min raise. King 10 of hearts.
They're having some. Make it sound like some really nice lounge to get good food all the time.
They said the same shit about that cruise, the WPT one. Yeah, they're just hyping it up. They're like, oh, it's Michelin star, blah blah blah.
Queen Jack suited for Zaki. He's in there.
Baha Mar was worse because like all the restaurants were only open from like 6 to 9. You couldn't do like to go from them, and like you couldn't get a reservation, and you couldn't like plan ahead. And then if you did miss your reservation, like they're just murdering you.
King 7-5 here. So top pair for Cary Katz. Zaki flops the flush draw. Zaki checks.
Chip leader, eh?
Yep.
No slow playing here from Katz. 125 is the bet.
What a game.
What a game.
This is just the beginning. The real fun is in all the other games of poker. Harlem and Omaha, whew, that's a good time.
Zaki elects to make the call.
It's a flop game.
Gonna see a turn card here. Pot up
You can
over
bet what you like,
700K.
except for
6
one
of
pot.
clubs. There it is for Zaki. Must feel good
Yeah.
after he just lost
Worth
that
a
big
try.
pot to Brinkenhoff a few moments
Speaking of
ago.
which, they have a PLO series.
Now
here
he
in a
turns
couple
the
weeks.
flush against Cary
I
Katz,
knew this is
who
going
has a good
somewhere.
hand.
It's not completely
Top pair,
innocent.
decent kicker. He's the
I got
pre-flop
some nice
aggressor.
satellites. We, we'll practice spots.
Katz
I
double
like to play
checking
the
his
satellites
cards
just to
here.
remember what games I'm playing.
As far as the value goes, Donnie, do we
looking for a job.
reevaluate
Right
our
now I'm just an
plans
intern.
and try to go for 2 streets of value
just wants more
instead of
fish.
3? And
I just
Katz, I
want
guess,
more-
is going to take that
more,
approach by checking behind here.
More parity with the
Yeah,
schedule.
Katz
This
even might
two-card stuff's
just
the beginning.
shut it down completely and, you know, think, okay, I got 1 street of value. Don't really like the way that this board's running out. So,
Diminishing returns.
I mean, we'll obviously see what happens here on the
You can
river.
accomplish a lot more in a brand new game if you gave it a couple weeks.
Zaki checks, trying to set that trap, but Katz doesn't fall for it. Quickly checks behind.
Might have been worth a bet.
Play my bet.
Zaki probably thinking, you know, he bets the king high flop.
I
Okay,
overall
that's
bought
fine.
him
That's pretty
alright.
standard. He's a
Like
pre-flop
that.
raiser. Check back on the
Lance
turn,
was
so maybe he
better
just
last
bet
year
an
than
ace high, and then he
this year.
decided to check back on the
The
turn with the
ball
ace high, so then maybe he connects with the ace on the river, so I'll just check it over to him.
I don't like about Baja Mar. They keep it like a meat locker.
But Cary didn't bite.
Does poker room?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like they keep it like a 62 or
I don't remember that.
freeze. Or just the casino.
Some of their beach is nice. I like their beach
No
a
waves
lot.
though.
What, are you surfing or something?
Well, I just like a little activity, you know. Want a little action down in the Bahamas.
Yeah. Definitely less.
I do like that, like at checkout, some of the folks that had played some of the 250Ks were just laughing and complaining about how expensive everything was, you know. Like relatable.
Yeah.
They try to scam everyone too at checkout.
I heard that.
It's just crazy that they would renege on everything.
Action folds to Ausmus in the small blind,
240.
queen 5 off. He's going to just go and attack here. These blinds and antes matter a lot. Katz is going to need to find something to fight back with. Is king 8 that hand, Donnie?
Not for Katz. I don't think so.
Remember when they changed the structure of the PLO after it started?
10 seconds.
No.
The last PLO 10, they kept registration open until the following day when everyone had flights home for the win. It got so bad that there was a player at every table holding up action. People wanted to unregister. People were asking for their money back. Daniel had to call Jack, who came sprinting down the hallway to put out a fire or two. Quite an experience watching.
I didn't see. I was out already.
Big blinds.
And Foxon was planning on skipping the main, but then in the mystery bounty, he won a main event seat. So they held him to having to redeem that seat by playing the main. He was going to come back for the win. So Chrissy came back for the win main, but Alex had to play the Bahamas main.
Yeah, I remember. She had a really deep run too.
And then they delayed the restart of the main too, because they ran one last flight to cover their guarantee. So
Yeah.
we didn't restart the main until like 6 p.m. on day 2. And then they just accelerated the crap out of it.
I heard that, yeah.
And then they made that mistake at the final table where they were off by 10 million when like a consummate professional was correct. You know, he was addressing what he believed was the issue. He just couldn't believe that all that production value was going to get that wrong.
Sounds like Jim Collopy's going back to the Bahamas later this year.
Hope he brings those shades.
Yeah, I do.
America, baby, let's go.
I feel like I need those shades myself.
Your GG ambassador deal in the future.
Much love to everyone who's tuned in on YouTube right now. We're going to sign off in about 5 minutes. Kick it over to PokerGO.com for Jeff and Brent to take this thing home.
The chip leader, 6-handed at that event, had 16 blinds. In that super turbo kilo at the end there. It was such a shit show.
The 50 was like that too. It was really shot. There was a level left out. I think they'll fix stuff. I think some of the stuff will be better.
Hard to get much worse.
Won't be worse. I think they'll improve some stuff.
It was
Donnie,
cool.
your prediction is about to come
wristband
true that
for
there's a lot of
for
tiptoeing
for
going
injury
around
no,
here.
like free shit.
Players not willing to take
Just
risks,
not
pay
having to
jumps quite
I
significant.
wasn't there. I don't
I didn't have any.
Yeah, it might have
If you
changed
played
had
a few things,
Zaki
you
won
could
that
get-
pot and eliminated Brinkenhoff,
They were
because then he
charging
would
like
have
3 euros
extended
for
his
the
chip
hand, so
lead
it's
and
kinda funny.
really been able to apply some pressure. But now everyone's
Maybe a 20.
everyone's
or
just
something.
nice and
Just
close
one- yeah.
overall. You know, Brinkenhoff's got the chip lead, but one big pot can swing anyone else into the chip lead. He's only got 35 bigs up on top. Short stack is Collopy with 14 bigs. Cary Katz just ahead of him. Collopy's got Jack-10 suited here on the button. Might have liked to just put this in here. There it is. An ace-king for Brinkenhoff in the
Wow.
small blind.
Oh my God, Collopy steps into it.
Asked to run it twice. Can't do that in this event, unfortunately, Jim, so you're going to have to win the first one.
Well, Brinkenhoff was on the winning side of being a 60-40 dog when he was all in versus Justin Zaki. The question now is, can he hold up here to reduce this field to the final 5? Jim Collopy's
You don't think that affects the
tournament life on the line.
Still has got my
2.4
back.
million in the middle.
It might affect me getting my $100 if you bust.
If Collopy
or not
wins
right
this,
now.
he's the chip leader. And 10-5-8 gives Collopy the lead. We've seen him win many showdowns over the last 12 hours. Collopy late last night got really lucky
I noticed
versus Aram Zobian. Can this one hold up and deliver him the chip lead as the Queen of Hearts hits on the turn? Brinkenhoff looking for a king, a jack, or an ace to send Collopy to the rail. If he doesn't find those, we have a new chip leader. River card is an ace of diamonds.
Good game.
And Brinkenhoff finds it on the river.
Good game, bud.
Collopy was 1 card away from the lead, and instead he finds himself on the
You
rail,
got 6.
taking home
Jesus. I feel like I have
$47,000
fun.
for his 6th place finish.
Oh.
Brutal
Two aces on the river.
river
Nice
card
plan,
for
Andy.
Collopy, and Brinkenhoff
You read
hits a river card
Yeah.
for the 2nd time in quick succession, and he now sits on $4.1 million.
I feel like this guy only plays big pots. Even going back to yesterday, like if he's in there, like we're playing a big one. That's what we're doing.
Are you saying we should call him Big Pot Brink?
I like it.
Got a lot of complaints.
I like him.
Yeah, yeah.
I like him because he's always very, win or lose, he's always saying, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's
That
always.
seems awesome.
It's true.
All right, 5-handed play.
The other day.
Pay jump, point jump.
And he's a grinder, dude. He'll fucking play it.
Oh,
That's why I like him.
He's an ultra grind.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a real.
Gotta respect it.
Like he'll.
Brinkenhoff on the button
during the
finds
summer,
ace jack
it's
off.
insane.
He's the Brinkenhoff train has left the station,
Epic
Donnie,
story
and
of
I'm
going
not
to
sure
casino
if
to
there's any
casino.
stopping
Yeah,
this.
Yeah, get off the tracks 'cause he's coming through. 51 big blinds, 35% of the chips in play now for Brinkenhoff. Expect a raise here
He won the Big O last
on the
year,
button.
Like the 800 one day at like 5 a.m. Yeah, he's
No
he's
action.
Really hilarious. He was telling me a story yesterday how
All right, this
girlfriend
upcoming hand
in
will
his
be our
apartment,
final
which
hand
he's lived in for
of the free
1 to 2
preview.
years, he couldn't find like the cutlery. Where do you put your
Here's a look at Octopi Poker. Scan the QR code on your screen or join the growing tribe at octopipoker.ai. It's a fun, social, and affordable way to learn poker, backed by Andrew Lichtenberger, Steven Chidwick, and Victoria Livschitz, who is at our final table right now. Go check him out at octopiepoker.ai. And who knows, we might see you here inside the studio battling it out. Final hand here of our 1 hour preview. Thank you all so much for watching. We really appreciate it. We'll see if we can get any action here on this last hand. For those that want to sign up to PokerGO, please do so. Use the promo code MastersGold to save $20 on your annual subscription, and that also enters you into our giveaway. We're giving away a gold pass to the NAPT as well as a WSB main event seat. Brinkenhoff raises to 180K. King 9 off. I love the fact that he is stepping on the gas a little bit here. No need
and
to
he should be. I mean, he's got a big chip lead. Everyone else is kind of handcuffed. Just fire away, sir.
All right, and with that, we come to the conclusion of this preview. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you tonight for bonus coverage of day 1 of the new event. For now, Jeff and Brent will carry the action on PokerGO.com. Continue watching right there, and we'll see you tonight.